Hello peeps, and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 23. Alright, so, last episode we went and totally owned the End Dragon, and I spent a little bit of time afterward farming the End to get some End Pearls. And I also got myself a little bit of, let's see here, I got some Sodalite that I got processed all up. I got a little bit of Tungslate, which I haven't done anything with yet. Or tungstate, or whatever it is. And I also got a bit of sheldonite, which I did find sheldonite. It is obnoxiously rare to find in the end, though, so yeah. And then I went ahead and processed that up and got some iridium ore out of it. Because you get platinum out of that, and then platinum can be further refined into iridium. So I have a little bit of iridium, but not much. However, right now is not the time to think about Greg Tech because my energy cells are almost empty and I am currently out of fuel. So we need to get ourselves some fuel refining going on. Well, if we come down here, we can see that we have a new, huge tank that I just finished building not too terribly long ago. This tank holds 5,488 buckets worth of liquid. This tank only holds 2,400, so we have plenty of liquid storage there. That, by the way, is a 7x7x7 tank. It's not the biggest tank you can make, but it's pretty damn big. Let's go ahead and go into thermal expansion, and oh, we're going to need some more liquid ducts, aren't we? Thankfully, liquid ducts are pretty cheap to make. Just requires a bit of hardened glass and some copper. Oops, no. And hardened glass with copper on both sides should get us liquid ducts. And over in our buildcraft chest, we have our refinery. And then we're also going to need our redstone energy conduits. We're going to want our crescent hammer. And let's head up to our charging center and get one of our 2 remaining full redstone energy cells. And then let's go back down here and get this all set up. Let's move the torch out of the way there. And if we take a liquid duct and connect it to a tank like this, it's not going to do anything right offhand. Let's go ahead and connect it like this so that we can have the refinery sitting right here. And then let's have a conduit coming out of the refinery just like that. Now, like I said, a conduit connected directly to a liquid storage isn't going to do a whole lot unless the liquid storage is designed to automatically output, which Railcraft tanks and Buildcraft tanks, if you're using them, are not. You have to give it a little motivation to make it work. And that motivation comes in the form of a redstone torch. If we toss down a redstone torch next to this, and then we right-click it so that it becomes an output, now it's going to fill. And we'll do the same thing here. On the front of this, we're going to put a redstone energy conduit. Actually, I think I'm going to do it off the side. On there, we're going to put our redstone energy cell, and then we're going to click this to make that an output, and that's going to very quickly bring this thing up to full speed and start refining some fuel for us. And you can see it's draining power at a not terribly high rate. But we're getting a decent amount of fuel coming in here pretty quick. So, that's done. We're going to leave this to refine up our oil. Off camera, I'm going to find another source of Buildcraft oil and get that pumped into this tank. Or get it started into this tank using this same old method. Let's take a look before we move on to anything else. Let's put this away. And I hear a spider very close. How is there a spider that close? Can't be one on the roof of this, can there? How? Did a spider get up here somehow? No. He is outside, apparently. Yeah, he must be, like, up there. Whatever. My world anchor has run out of power there. Let's go ahead and refuel that. There we go. 12 more hours of chunk loading from that. And let's get started with a little bit of review on the mods that we have. Well, I've got Railcraft here, Redpower, which I do want to get started on in the near future. I've got Forestry, which I really haven't done much of anything with yet, so I'm going to need to get started on that in the near future. But I've also added a new mod, which I think is going to help quite a bit in the distant future. And I say distant future because this is another one of those mods that's ridiculously expensive, and GregTech makes it even more ridiculously expensive. Not necessarily by intent, but just by the fact that it makes Iridium that much more expensive. I am talking about Gravitation Suite. Adds the Gravichest plate and a whole bunch of other stuff. Well, it requires Quantum Suit to start out, and then you have to add these superconductors and gravitation engines, and you have to have an ultimate lap pack, and yeah, these things require Iridium out the wazoo, and yeah, so this is a long-term thing. However, there is one thing from this mod that we can build right now. It has an upgrade to the diamond drill called the Advanced Diamond Drill, which is 3 overclockers, 2 advanced circuits, and a diamond drill. So, before we mess around with that, let's take a quick trip. Let's just pop into one of our mining worlds real quick. And let's get a feel for how fast our current diamond drill works. Works pretty fast. Not winning any speed races, but now we've got a pretty good feel of how fast that goes. Let's come up here and upgrade it. We're going to need 3 overclockers. We'll need 2 advanced circuits, so let's go ahead and request 2. And if we take our current diamond drill and put it in here with overclockers like this, and sooner or later, there we go, 2 advanced circuits like that, that gets us an advanced diamond drill. Unfortunately, I don't have a nice texture for this, so we have to deal with the old diamond drill. But if we pop back into here and we try this test again, oh, it actually doesn't seem like it's any faster, does it? It's faster on ores. It's no faster on stone, though. Yeah. I bet it would be a lot faster on obsidian, but we don't mine obsidian the normal way anyway. Oh well. It's not much faster, but every little bit helps, I guess. And it's not like it's an expensive upgrade or anything, so... Let's go ahead and put this away. What's in my backpack? Lead, silver, apatite... Yeah, we'll put that away too. Alright, let's put away our weapon. And let's put away the mining laser for now. I don't like carrying mining lasers on me because I am very accident prone with them. I'd rather not blow myself up. Alright, I think I have been putting off forestry for long enough. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started on some forestry stuff. Well, forestry pretty much requires you to have a specific device called a thermionic fabricator, which is crafted using a sturdy casing, some gold ingots, some glass, and a chest. Well, we immediately run into a small problem. That problem being that GregTech makes forestry more expensive. It requires a whole crapload of bronze, which there's no nice, neat recipe for that anymore. It used to be you could just take copper and tin, and, well, I guess actually you can just make bronze like that. You don't have to macerate it. Oh well. That's nice to know. So you don't have to macerate it down, but the yield is halved. With the forestry recipe, you get 4 pieces of bronze out of this, but whatever. So, we need the sturdy casing, we need some gold, we need some glass, and we need a treasure chest. So, let's grab my gold. I have tons of gold. And let's grab some glass. And let's go with gold in the corners like this, glass like that, get a chest, and we'll put the chest in like that, and that's going to get us our thermionic fabricator. One thing about the thermionic fabricator, you cannot just attach it like everything else to a redstone energy conduit and then put a redstone cell on it, because this thing will demand power in order to keep the glass melted. So you can't put this on the line with with thermal expansion machines or anything like that. You have to have pretty much another source of power for this. I've done a little bit of thinking, and I've decided the power source that I want to use for this is an electrical engine, which is pretty easy to make. It's piston, some tin gears, and a piece of glass. Well, our system knows how to make stone gears, just not tin. Our system also knows how to make pistons. So let's request one of those. We've got the glass on us. Now we just need a bit more tin. Put the tin like that. Take your stone gears and put the stone gears in the middle. You're going to need tin gears. A little bit of that. Put that up there, and then you take the piston. Put that there, and then a piece of glass in the middle. You're going to get an electrical engine. This thing will drain 6 EU per tick in order to produce 2 Minecraft joules per tick. Just so happens I have a bat box here, and some copper cable. So let's set this up somewhere unobtrusive. I think I might just do it on the ceiling here. No, because I'm eventually going to have chests coming over there. I think I might just put it on the wall right there, maybe? No, because that's going to get in the way of the stairs. Don't really have a nice place to put it in here, so let's go to the thermal expansion workshop and let's just put it on this wall. We'll move our Nexus link book. There we go. And we'll put the book stand on top of the workbench. Then we'll put the Nexus book on top of there. That looks kind of cool, I guess. Bat box, no. Bat box there. Cable there. Electrical engine, not like that. Thermiotic fabricator, right there. Electrical engine like that. There we go. And this needs to be powered with some good old-fashioned Minecraft power. Now, I don't think I can put my Lapatronic energy pack in there. I think it's not, yeah, not going to let me do that. I didn't figure it would, but, whatever. Never know, might get lucky. So let's come over here, grab ourselves another piece of cable. Over here, we'll grab ourselves 4 pieces of tin, 2 of redstone. Make ourselves a battery. Then we'll head up to IC2 power, which you can see I'm up to 58 million EU in my AESU. We'll charge up the battery real quick. And we'll pop back into the thermal workshop. Pump some power into this bat box. You can see it didn't quite get the 10,000. It came up 99.68. That's because this electrical engine does have a little bit of a buffer. Now, it's not actually outputting any power right now because it doesn't have anything to do. And it also doesn't have the redstone signal it needs to run. So, we need to get a redstone signal to this thing. Let's see. Would help if I have my book selected. Let's just come in here and grab ourselves a lever in the wood chest. And if we come back up here to thermal expansion, deal with the lag for a second. That is going to allow us to pump power into this thermionic fabricator. Now, the machines that I want to make myself a peat farm, which consists of an actual peat farm, peat bog, which is copper electron tubes and a small circuit board. I'm also going to need a turbary for that, which is tin electron tubes and a small circuit board. I'm going to want a farm, which is bronze electron tubes. Along with that, we're going to need a combine, which is iron electron tubes. We're also going to want an arboretum, which is gold electron tubes. And then we're also going to need the logger, which is diamond electron tubes. So basically we need electron tubes of all flavors. Let's head into our warehouse, put away a good portion of our bronze, and let's grab ourselves 5 iron, 5 gold, 5 bronze, 5 tin, and 5 copper. Why am I grabbing 5? Because these require 5 of the resource and 2 pieces of redstone to get 4 tubes. It also requires a bit of glass. Let's see. Need a handful of redstone. We'll just take a whole stack. And let's head back to the thermal expansion shop, where we will turn this engine on. It's going to drain power relatively fast. As a matter of fact, we may want to get a little bit more power going into that thing. I don't know if it's going to have enough power. I'm using the electrical engine because I shouldn't need to use the thermionic fabricator very frequently. So it seems like a decent way to get short-term power to it. Alright, we have almost heated up to the point that this thing will start working. Let's go ahead and split our redstone up. And then we're going to put copper in there. And as soon as this thing heats up to the point that it'll actually melt the glass, we can pull the copper out. And tin, bronze, iron, gold, and I forgot the diamonds, so let's go grab a couple diamonds real quick. There we go. Back up here, where we'll toss the diamonds in. That's going to get us our diamantine ones, and that's going to be everything we need from the thermionic fabricator for now. Plenty of power to spare. We'll turn this thing off, let that thing start cooling down. This liquid glass will be wasted when it cools down. Not much we can do about that. Let's head back to the Nexus and start crafting ourselves some stuff. But wait a minute, we don't have everything we need, do we? Nope, we need circuit boards. Specifically, we need small circuit boards. Those, however, are made using the Carpenter, which we just so happen to have set up here, along with a whole bunch of iodine capsules. Tin ingot with redstone gives you circuit board recipe. We need 6 circuit boards total, so we're going to leave 6 bars of tin in there. We're going to throw a bunch of redstone in. I can't remember if these circuit boards stack or not. I believe they don't. Yeah. Kind of annoying, but and there we go. That gets us our 6 circuit boards. We'll take all of this stuff with us. And we'll head back to the Nexus and start crafting. Well, one thing that these all have in common is that they use glass like that. They also use circuit boards like that. And then if you take the electron tubes, actually they have the glass in the corners. Then the electron tubes like that, and then they all require a sturdy machine. So we're going to need 6 of these. So we put that in there. That gets us a farm. That gets us a logger. That gets us a peat bog. Arboretum. Turbary. And last but not least, combine. So we have our 6 basic machines to get everything set up. Now we just need to set it up. But before we set it up, we got to have some resources to drive these things, to get them going. Specifically, we need bog earth and humus. Well, bog earth is most easily made using water cans. At least to start. Let's see, 16 ought to do it. And then we need 4 compressed air, and then we're going to need a few empty cells. If we go up to IC2 power, we should have a ton of them in our thermal generators. Yeah, a ton. Then we'll play this little trick again. Let's get these tubes out of here. We'll use that recipe to get ourselves a bunch of water cells. And we need sand and dirt. We're also going to want a few more water cells than that. So let's grab ourselves a few more hydrogen cells. Say 16 and 4. That should be enough to get us started. That'll give us 48 total. And then once again, I can never remember this recipe. I almost always get it wrong the first time. Yep. That gets us 8 bog earth per combination. If we take dirt and put it like that around another type of resource, which we have to get using this apatite stuff, along with a bunch of sand. And my inventory is quickly filling up, so let's get rid of these circuit electron tubes. Let's also get rid of the iodine capsules. And that should be good. If you take sand and put apatite in the middle, you get this fertilizer stuff. That's going to get us a stack of it. Put this in the middle of that, and you get humus. And we need a lot more than that, don't we? Not the alloy furnace. Thank you. There we go. That's going to get us a ton of humus. Now all we need is a bit of daylight, and then we need to go set these things up. Now, in the past, what I've used is I've used peat-fired engines in order to drive these things, but I don't think I want to do that this time. I think I want to switch to a different type of power source. I'm going to use thermal expansion. After all, might as well, right? I can use the peat for other things. Thermal expansion makes a nice, easy source of power. Let's use it. There's a specific reason why I want to use thermal expansion, and you'll see in a minute or 3 here when I get the platform that I want to have my farm set up ready. This thing, unfortunately, is in my way, so we'll have to move that. And then I want to do a little bit of leveling here. Oh, this is noticeably faster on grass. This thing eats grass. Just pop that down for the moment. This thing rips grass apart. Nice. It's almost too good. So, in order to make these forestry farms work, we need a 15 by 15 area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15. So that's 15 long, and then we need 15 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That is the area that we're going to need to fill up. Let's take our drill over here and spend a couple of seconds just absolutely wrecking this. Wow. That is some devastation. Put the Rainmaker there. Whatever. So yeah, if it didn't seem like that advanced diamond drill was any faster, it sure does now. Alright, let's fill in this area. And unfortunately there's no real nice way to do this. We'll have to come through here and make this look pretty later. Damn it. Alright, so we got that, we got this. And we got that, and let's level this out. There we go. Take these out. Yeah, this thing's almost too fast. Kind of hard to control it. Alright, let's mark out the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the center is right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, the center is right where this torch is. That is where we want to have our peat bog. I don't think I want to countersunk though. I think I want it actually to be right there. Then our turbary, we're going to want to have probably right here. Just like that should be good. Let's go ahead and throw some bog earth in this thing. Not humus, bog earth. There we go. And let's see, it's probably going to want to take this chest up. So we'll put the chest there for now. We'll put a thermal expansion conduit right there. Then we're going to run a thermal expansion conduit out like that. We're going to go grab our crescent wrench. Let's check on our fuel real quick. See how we're doing with fuel. 34 buckets. In exchange for almost draining a redstone energy cell. That's not too bad. 35 buckets. Yeah, we can deal with that. Let's head to our charging center, where we'll pull down our last redstone energy cell. Let's go outside, where we'll set him down. Just pop him right there. Switch that to on, and then this thing is going to start ripping up. And very quickly, as you can see, taking care of some business. Looks like I might have been slightly off on the dimension. Oh, nope, it just wanted a little extra room to work with. Not a big deal. We'll nicen this up. There we go. That looks a bit better. And pop down some torches. Keep the creepers away. Pop down one there, And here it's going to take a little bit of landscaping to make it look normal. This can probably be handled off camera. Yeah. Well, it doesn't look too bad for now. Yeah, we'll come back through and make this look really nice off camera. Pop that there. And that there, that there. That's good. That'll take care of our creeper woes for now. So, you can see that didn't use a whole lot of power, but it is actually draining more power than I thought it would for maintenance. So maybe the redstone energy cell idea isn't a good idea after all. No, I'm not liking the thought. Nice idea to get started. Not so nice an idea to actually make it work. However, we can still use the redstone energy conduits. Engines will attach to these. And it's actually, from what I can tell, a little bit more efficient to have the engine attached using these conduits than it is to use a golden conductive pipe and a wooden pipe. So, we'll probably continue to use these. However, I think we are just going to use peat-fired engines. We've got a peat bog anyway. We're going to have peat coming out of our ears. We may as well use it. Now, that's got us the first farm set up. What about the other ones? Well, unfortunately, that's going to have to wait till the next episode. We are getting a little bit too close to that 40-minute mark for me to really start another build. And I kind of want to do the rest of the build on camera because I've got a pretty cool idea that I want to show you guys, and I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to say anything. But I think you guys will like it. Let's go ahead and nicen this up. I've always been a big stickler for making things look at least somewhat natural. I know that this doesn't look natural in the slightest at the moment, but I just cannot stand it when you have gigantic, huge drop-offs like this. It looks ugly. I'm usually a very, very form over function, or function over form person. But when it comes to stuff like this, it annoys me if it doesn't look at least passable. Alright, there we go. That's got our peat farm set up. Let's head to the warehouse here. Let's get ourselves some wax capsules. 12 to be precise. We'll load those wax capsules with fuel. We'll head back up to the charging center. We'll go ahead and pop this energy cell back on here. And let's reload our engines now that we have some more fuel. Eventually, I'll want to come up with a way to automate this if possible. Should be pretty easy with logistics pipes. But that requires me to get the logistics network going through my entire tower, which I haven't had a chance to do yet. I got bigger and more pressing things on my mind. And there we go. Let's turn these engines on. Start refueling our energy cell. We'll go get the other ones, get them recharging too, and that I think is going to be it for this episode. So, this has been Nightdagger with Let's Play a Mod of Minecraft, episode 23. Between episodes, I might do a little more mining. I'm going to get all of my energy cells recovered and recharged, and process a bit more fuel. figure out why I constantly have these spots where I can have monsters spawning. No wonder I get creepers in here. Yeah, I'm just going to do some maintenance stuff, refine some more fuel, all that fun stuff. Take care of some boring stuff, and then when we come back next episode, we'll do some fun stuff. So, I'll catch you guys then.